Magism, aka B Fetish, aka Old Pie Boy with another Let's Play. This is pretty much the finale, you know, probably my last 10, yeah, maybe 10 to 15 hours of Dragon Age Inquisition Let's Play, The Adventures of Evelyn. And pretty much at the home stretch right now of the story aspect of the game. Really, once you beat the game, you can continue using your character to finish up, you know, unfinished business and stuff like that in the game. But man, this is very lush. One thing I marveled about the PS4 version of the game is just how detailed and lush the environments are, like when you're in the woods or stuff like that. Speaking of which, I am going to, oops, I was almost gonna go to my quest map and wow, look like this is it. I can't access the world map. I can't access the world map, so yeah, I'm stuck in the home stretch of the game right now. Whatever I had to do, I didn't do it. Let me see. The good news is I got a save going far back as here. Okay. So that's good. Let me go back here. Some last minute things before I head to the Arbor Wilds because I don't think I can go back to the world map. So let's build some weapons and let's build some armor. Basically, I click on that bad boy, and it's pretty much in game. So let's see what stuff. Let's put a hold on that for a second. Let's see what stuff we can do. I got a new freaking staff. See what we got here in our inventory. Okay, I got Hakon's wisdom. Okay, other than the attack, this might be a better staff than I got. It also has a master spirit. Okay, it's just I just don't get the attack and I don't get the critical bonus. Wait, no. I actually get 100% critical bonus. So that's even better. Hakon's Wrath, Hakon's Wisdom, Hakon's Wrath. Greatest hits. Okay. No, I don't think that sword is as good as the one to buff for allies within 8 meters. Okay, that's nice. Chromatic greatsword, Trita staff. So that's what I got. But plus magic. So I don't get the plus magic or the willpower with this staff. But I get 100% critical damage bonus. 40%, 41% stagger on hit. I don't think it has any places to put any other buffs on it though. Outside the Master Spirit rune. But we need some better armor. And that's what we're gonna make for
a pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Ban Vigard of Ferelden is visiting. An honor, to be sure. Please show no alarm if you hear shouting in his quarters at night.
Shouting?
His lordship spent half a year with his lands under siege by Darkspawn during the Ferelden Blight. His wife informs me the band still sleeps rather poorly.
I'm surprised I don't get no love scene. You know, with my girl Josephine. Usually, then again, I don't know. I think there's one more final mission. I think after the Arbor Wilds quest, I think I go on one more final mission to take out Peripheus.
Where'd you learn to hammer?
We definitely got to craft some armor for our boy, the big guy, Iron Bull, because what he's working with right now, it is not working. It is not working in his favor. Okay, this is gonna have to work. Iron Bull, you need some better armor, my boy. Alright, that was not bad either. Armor rating 309. So basically, it's really a design choice. What if there's a tier 4 schematic, but no. This is what I got so far, so we're just gonna work with this. Get you some armor, my guy, because you... Alright, so we got Dragon Bone. Once I use this, it's pretty much a done deal. Oh, it's Dwarf trained. Wait, do I have some Fade touched? Let me see if I got some Fade touched. Because that's going to take that dwarf only crap off. Nice Dragon Bone, melee defense, iron, God's luster, surface stone, silverite, art, pale quartz, gives a lot of health, volcanic arm, okay, maybe not. Okay, so gotta get out of that dead armor because it can only be used by dwarves. It sucks. It sucks balls. I don't want to use up my Dragon Bone. What else can give me 309? Ice Dragon Bone. Give me that purple hue to the armor. I can use Veil Quartz. I think I might use that for something else though. I guess I'll go with the Dragon Bone for now. There you go. You earned it, big guy. You helped us take out a couple of dragons, so you earned it. Go with that since we got a lot of it. Fire resistance, cold resistance. Yeah, none of this is worth anything to this guy. So I go with the frost resistance and spirit resistance. And got some magic defense in there. Shows a lot. He's gonna need this against that one dragon that I gotta take out. Put that on there. See what masterwork. Dragon's teeth. 40% chance of masterwork. 5 seconds of walking fortress. Wow. Deal 25% of damage taken over 10 seconds. Do you really want this guy to heal? That's 10% damage bonus from all sources. Strike on hit. Hit, gain 5 guard. Huh. Nice. Putting that sucker on there. It is what it is, friend. See what kind of weapons I can make. I don't know if I can make anything better than 248. Unless I put a corrupted room or something in it. Let's make Cassandra even more hard to kill. We're giving her a big ass shield. Oh, 156 maximum health. Still at 180 maximum health. There's a 92 maximum health. We'll go with that one. under one hit, fire resistance, cold resistance, range defense under one hit, cold resistance, range defense, resistance, all this resistance. Go with range defense. And how many more of those? Just to grant 5 seconds of walking fortress. Yeah, I'll give her that. She'll call it the Seeker Shield. What's her name? Inventory. That's the one I just made. Oh, did I equip it already? Okay, so maybe I equipped it already on him. Yeah, I already have it on him equipped. Okay. Let's put some stuff on here.
This is where a smith should be.
Mana stamina. So mana stamina regeneration. So he won't regenerate, he'll cut his regeneration in half. Just an attack. No, probably not. Damn it. stuff needs to be sold. Alright. Why is their hair white? It's one-handed. Okay, nice. Should I give it to Cassandra? Shit, those are critical chance, but she's gonna be doing better raw damage. Heal for half health. Target exposed. Okay. Definitely gonna get a chance to equip her with the bitter axe. Cassandra could be like Thor. Whoa. Yeah, we're going to be attacking quite a few demons. Master Fire Rune, Master Demon Slaying Rune. Alright, Cassandra, you were just gonna murder fools. So this already has a rune in it. Can't remove it. Alright. God's wisdom. Accessories. I got Andraste Sacrifice. Seconds, when not range, minutes at a higher rate. Okay. I'm gonna gain a crap load of focus. Tonics. Increase the maximum of all tonics by the specified amount. Okay. Vulnerabilities is shorter by the specified amount by 20%. Okay, I got that one. Defense. Increase ability duration. Okay, don't really need that. And there's no other ring that is worth equipping. But I should change my belt. The range defense, don't get me wrong, for a mage helps. It helps a lot. Do I need the tonics? Huh. I think I'll go with the focus. Yeah, I'll go with the focus. Needs a belt of health. Defense. Oh, her defense is good. She doesn't need any more defense anymore. But I am going to give her this. So I'm just gonna get a crap load of health. Constitution plus 10. She really doesn't need willpower, but she does need dexterity. For the dexterity, penetration. Felt the urgent wounds, they'll gain moderate boost to attack speed when below 50% health. Let's see what Sora got. Oh, I got a corrupted one. Man, she's good. So far, so good. Inquisitor. Oh, I never spoke to Vivian. I never spoke to Vivian in like heck a long. This room. Yeah, there's Barrick.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye. Here we are.
I should go.
Here I thought we were just getting to the good part.
So this door takes me. Yeah. I spoke to her in a while.
Of course.
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for?
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after all.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Alright, so that was interesting.
My dear, did you need me for something?
No, I had that. Found that out already. Alrighty. So I gotta go to the Exalted Plains to get that bad boy.
A pleasure.
And I thought we might go somewhere a little more private for a while.
I have so much to do, but... Oh, let's do. After you.
I imagine your forces will be heading into the Arbor Wilds very soon, Inquisitor. Trust me when I say that wherever the Illuvian is hidden, it is worth any effort to prevent Corypheus from acquiring it.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Of course.
Oh, Maker, hear my cry. Guide me through the blackest nights. Steel my heart against the temptations of the wicked. My Creator, judge me whole. Find me well within your grace.
else I need to see? No, that's Vivian.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Did you need something?
Anything I should know?
Having the Templars join the Inquisition has done wonders for our reputation. The people trust the Templars, and now they trust us.
I'll leave you to your work.
Yep, not much going on. Oh yeah, I want to go to the war table.
Let's see what we have. Let us begin.
History.
To work?
Right. see if we can take out this snowy wyvern. Alright, impromptu boss battle. This ought to be fun. I hope. I'm gonna have a good chance to test out that armor that I made. Should bring Vivian along.
Inquisitor. Nothing to report, sir.
Check my map again. Which way is this sucker? Okay, so I can fast travel over here. Let's do that. Have a garrison. Figure out how to get to that wyvern. It's a rift. Yay, a rift. Way too easy. My party is way too overpowered, that's why. It makes sense why it's too easy. Oh. There's early level blow. Take out the snowy wyvern. I believe I got rid of most of the demons in this area. Salted plains are pretty much okay. Hey, now that I recall, there is, I think, another map after the Arbor Walls one. Okay, what? How am I gonna get this? Do I gotta go through the fort? I would think not. Do I have to go all the way around? What the F? Maybe I gotta go through the fort, which doesn't make any sense. go through the fort, cause shit, it might be even in the fort.
Dead are gone from our camps. We'll be able to go back there.
Wait down there. Is this the area with that puzzle? Oh, I've been down here already.
I hate waiting to die. World's a mess.
So I gotta get behind this
Demons are
fortress,
coming
but I
closer.
don't know. How am I gonna get all the way around over here? What the F? Okay, there's a rift over there. Then through this map, I crossed that bridge. How am I going to get over there?
Ahead of waiting. Waiting to die.
I've never done this mission before, so
World's a mess. The demons are coming closer. Tired of waiting alone.
I don't know if I can go all the way around that way. Okay, I think I might know how to get through over there. I might have to cut through our base. Go all the way around. out the dragon in this area. We can take out the dragon in the hinterlands. There's still burning bodies around here. No more burning bodies. There's no dragon.
This is nice. Wet all the way from my ankle to my... other ankle. Murder stuff now. Murders. Got rid of all the rifts in the plains, which is awesome. That thing over there, I think that's that thing over there. Got all the land. Where are you, frickin' wyvern? There you are. Found you. smells like that room where the alchemists make the black powder. Ruins your nose for days.
Alright, so that's that. Caches. What's this? Cache. Oh, we still got a rift. Another courtyard upgrade. What's this for? Because of how it's reflected. To sunlight, spaces, party grounds. 2 quarterly. Let's head back to Skyhold to give Vivian that stuff. Oops, went the wrong way. No, I think I went the right way.
If you require any assistance.
What can I do for you, my dear? Is it too much to hope that you've brought me the heart of the snowy wyvern?
If you want the wyvern's heart, you'll tell me what you're using it for.
I can do better, darling. Give me the heart, and I'll show you what it's for. Will that suffice?
All right. 1 heart, as requested.
How kind of you. Please accept this as your payment. I must begin work immediately. You have been a dear friend, and I would like you to come with me. This should only take a moment, Inquisitor. I'm here, my darling. Yes, darling.
It's going to be all right.
darling. Bastien?
Vivian, I'm sorry.
There's nothing here now.
That was interesting. Brought me all the way back over here.
What did I tell you?
See what Iron Bull got to say.
Hey, boss. How are you?
I don't have to say much.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Sarah got to say.
Can't wait, what's on?
Are things playing out the way you expected?
About time we turned around on this Cariffy whatever. Make him feel like he's on the wrong end of the dogs for once, yeah?
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Well, let me know if you find her.
Let's go back to see Vivienne.
Inquisitor.
If you require any assistance,
Bastien is dead. I can hardly believe. It was the Wintersend Ball. My first visit to the Imperial Palace. The Circle sent a dozen of us to entertain the nobility. I was in awe of everyone and everything, and then our eyes met. Bastien spent the entire ball at my side. The Dowager tried to have him killed for slighting her, but he didn't care.
Obviously, he was smitten. But what did you think of him?
He was a dashing rogue, and any defects he might have had were made up for with rank and importance. It was a more innocent time, I suppose. And now he's gone, and I must write to his son Laurent. And his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the chantry services. Maker only knows how long that will take.
If I can help you, just say the word.
No, my dear. I'll handle everything. Excuse me, I have so much to do. My dear, did you need me for something?
So I got like a chair and a new item, I think hat, a new hat. Oh, only Vivienne can wear it. Interesting. She gonna need much better armor than that. Oh, I haven't messed with her in a while. level up party members that got ignored. He only went up one level. I need perks. That's a way to get to a room. Alright, so we got her that hat. Nice. War table. This place will be tying up some loose ends. So I did get influence out of it.
Inquisitor. At your service.
Bit more influence. Now, what was this ham? They gave me a frickin' ham. Let's see. Rivals. Fire grenade. Bees. Plague elixirs. Weird. Accessories. Nope, it's not under accessories. Weapons, the jade ham. What the F? Unique mace. Hit. While you were beset by a brick world of death and water sky. Light well with wildflowers. So it's a ham that you can use as a weapon. 10% chance to apply poison. Okay, interesting. Right now my team is ready. It's pretty much faded and X-rated at this point. Earth approves, sacrifice wearable, acquired the Jade Ham. Alright, let's go hit up these hit up the Arbor Wilds. Because I think I've done a good chunk of what I needed to do. And next what's that? Actual site. The Oasis. Yo. Region. Pride. Like the Dortus Alasan. Alright, where's the Arbor Wilds? Is this it? No, that's Frostback. Crap. Exit out the map. Do that. Oh, that's right. I gotta whip it up on the map. Okay, let me go bring this stuff to the healer. Yeah, she's over here.
Did you hear the news?
We all did. We all did.
I'll keep an eye out. Thank you.
A pleasure to see you again.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Yes, these are perfect.
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes, I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
A pleasure to see you again.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
Go. Leaving all that.
Of course. Something like that. I see.
Quest map. Ballad of Woosley. And saddle. Pretty much did everything I could do on the hinterland map.
Your worship.
Here we go.
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed, the Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
I won't allow it. I can't.
Indeed, should Corypheus succeed, do not doubt you would be first to feel his holy wrath.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvian before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You overcome it, all three of you, together. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents, will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence, but the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
The Inquisition began as a handful of soldiers. Thanks to you, we're now a force that will topple a self-proclaimed god. I could ask for no finer counsel, no better guidance.
I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask for no finer cause.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this Illuvion.
people, we're heading back to the Arbor Wilds.
Inquisitor.
How goes the battle, Captain?
The Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lady, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
They show me respect, Morgan. No one mistakes me for the Maker.
True. You are far more likely to come to their aid than a Chantry Fable, but I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the Illuvian he covets lies within. Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
I agree.
We all did. Your faith in your... We are gladdened to see you, Herald. This day will be recalled for ages. We are privileged to witness the fulfillment of the Inquisition's purpose.
The sight of our Elysian allies risking their lives here humbles me.
Your worthy cause would have friends, even if we did not will it. Men and women of faith serve you. Their favor is no less than our own. Their service no less dear. With Orlais at your side, we will see you victorious against Corypheus. May you walk in the light.
Inquisitor, I hear this Illuvian lies in a temple nearby. That's where the fighting will be worst. Andraste, keep you safe.
Move everyone immediately if the fighting comes closer.
You may count. Good luck.
Now that's a view. Get your blood going.
Listen to how close the fighting's gotten. It will be worse ahead.
Come on, let's go plug some assholes.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
Yeah, think.
Empress Celine's general is just down the hill, Inquisitor. He wishes to join you for the last push.
Alright, let's do that. Go through this area pretty quickly because my party's pretty overpowered. Ought to be fun. What's that? Store heart, huh? I feel so bad for you guys. Because you guys don't even have a chance. Look at that, we just blowing bodies up. It's also kind of cool that got Morgan traveling with us.
Must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
If they are forced to obey him, death will be a blessing.
Inquisition!
Let me explore this area.
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Watch out. They've posted archers on the wall.
Just attacked by elves?
They do not look like Dalish or city elves.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
This stuff I'm picking up is almost useless loot at this point of the game for me. I'm at least 5 or 6 levels overpowered. So this is going to be a pretty fast and easy run going through this area. There's a lot of stuff I could use for crafting. out of it. What's this? Oh, a supply crate. Nice. Yeah, all this stuff is useless. It's just gonna get sold. Hope so. I was wondering what was hitting me. Wasn't even doing any damage, but my controller was rumbling, so I was like, okay, something's hitting me. Where's my ankle? Little ankle. It is coming. Can't talk to coming. Darn it. Alright, continue on. This is another storm heart. I think this is the only area you can pick up certain crafting materials, so you definitely want to pick up as much as you can. Supply crate. Cool.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
I hear fighting ahead.
Namelana Sabanale.
The wretch mocks you, master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
What the heck? Oh. Oh yeah, I also remember there was a very annoying puzzle in this freaking map. Ugh.
At last, Mathal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an eluvian, but he mentioned a well of sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Could they be the same? Could alluvian translate into well of sorrows?
No. It seems an alluvian is not the prize Corypheus seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So, how many times do we need to kill him? It's a small number, right?
Strike Corypheus down, and he will rise anew.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how. Yes?
Are you certain Corypheus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight. I have seen a true Archdemon rage. How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
Will answering that question let us destroy Corypheus for good?
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
The room we stand in is a vestibule, not the temple proper. To those who knew it, perhaps this ritual was little more than a polite knock at the gate. These customs must have been as familiar to ancient elves as bowing to a queen is to you or I.
I find it difficult to picture you curtsying to anyone.
If we become so familiar, you can predict my manners and customs now. Nothing is lost by indulging in the occasional civilized conduct, particularly when unexpected.
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Arlathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, the implications are astounding.
If they keep records, it could change everything we thought we knew about history.
It is thrilling, no? To discover an era thought lost forever has possibly thrived in the shadows. We may, however, find these elves reluctant to part with their long-kept secrets.
You said this Mythal was worshipped as a goddess.
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die. Perhaps Mythal was a powerful elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storyteller with facts. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mythal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
There are varied accounts of Mythal?
In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Let fly your voice to Mythal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mythal and she would smite your enemies, leaving them in agony. Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mythal end the same. Exiled to the beyond with her brethren.
What do you mean, exiled?
Tricked by the Dread Wolf, as all the elven gods were said to be, trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can say?
Let's continue.
As you wish.
She brings up some interesting stuff there, considering my first playthrough. I don't know if anybody's watching is familiar or played this game before, but just to give you a hint, if you want to unravel that mystery, keep Solus along your party through most of the game. He's an elf party member, usually pretty much one of your first party members in the game. And yeah, he has some history concerning what you talked about.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrow?
I only recognize a few phrases. Ah, a Belisan, meaning place of sorrow. That must be the well. There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Oh, no. This is bad. Rituals are bad.
Do not step any place you have stepped before. There can be no vacillation. This is where petitioners walked the path of their gods.
Oh, crap. I think I messed it up. But basically, let's see if I can do it.
Well done. Let us see what awaits. Yes?
Let's continue.
As you wish.
There's a lot of dead people out here. If you hear me munching, I'm up here sitting here munching on licorice because I just ended my fast.
I see the Venatori have already encountered the temple's guardians.
A just death for these mages. But where are the killers?
Preparing another display of hospitality, no doubt.
Yeah, all this is worthless.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the Dread Wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Well, what do you know?
Some chantries display statues of Andraste's betrayer, Mafarath, as part of the chant.
It might fulfill a similar function. A reminder of vigilance for the faithful. Still, so long as the wolf's jaws cannot close around us, we may pass safely on.
Over here.
The Temple of Mythal, constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated this land. They believed Mythal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment, after they proved their worth.
Elves built all this.
Yeah, Sarah's an elf, but she's a city-born elf. She was raised in the hood around humans, so she doesn't know much or care about her elven history or heritage.
Don't let them pass!
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
You forget that army fighting for us out there? Longer we play around, the more Inquisition soldiers die. There's a hole. Jump in.
Performing these rituals may mean the difference between reaching the well before Corypheus's minions and not at all.
You're very eager to reach our destination.
Are we not all eager to stop Corypheus from achieving his mad plan?
Sounds like what you want is that well.
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about this price when you read it?
I hoped to find more information. If I intended to cheat you, I would have feigned ignorance entirely. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Alright, I got a choice. I can jump down this hole. Or I could do this whole whale thing.
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we follow the Venatori.
Guess we'll do the rituals. We must have saved. Which is the smart thing to do. Oh, wait, where the F are the rituals? Excuse me. So yeah, now I gotta do all these frickin' puzzles. Frickin'. Oh, that's right. I gotta go through them in a certain order. This is gonna be annoying. Alright, so I killed it. Let's see if I can do it. This is gonna be a big piece.
Yes.
So basically, I can't go over the place where I stepped twice. There's a side over here.
Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Alright, so there's one.
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we follow the Venatori.
Can I go around that? Switch. Okay, I'm locked in. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. So those are closed. It's puzzle. Didn't want to do that. I think I have an idea what I need to do.
Yes.
Damn it, why are you in the way?
Let's continue.
As you wish.
Yes. Yep. Oh, no, I don't want to talk to you.
Let's continue.
As you wish. Yes.
Ah, now I'm trying to jump, but she's in the way.
As you wish.
Oh my god, really? I'm not trying to push X to talk to you. But every time I push X, she go force me to talk to her.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
Sucks balls.
Yes.
No.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
Damn it, fucking Morgan. You'll be the reason that I won't be able to solve this damn puzzle.
Yes.
Damn it.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
Damn it. They gotta go. Okay, wait. This is so annoying. I might have to game fax this sucker. Hold on, people. I'm gonna go receive some assistance. Because I don't want to spend 3 hours of this Let's Play trying to figure this shit out. Doobie-doobie-doo. Now watch the video of somebody solving the first puzzle, which was easy. They're kind of doing it backwards from the way I did it. Now let's see how they do the puzzle I'm working on. Oh no, they're doing a different puzzle. So the second one's pretty easy. It's this last one. Okay, let's see how they do this. Okay. Oh, wow. Smart. Alright, I see how they did it now. What did they do? Let me go back. Okay, go back a little further.
Yes.
No! Don't want to talk to
Let's
you.
continue.
I'm trying to jump.
As you wish.
Damn it, Morgan.
Let's continue.
Ah, can I get them to move away? Because with her, my party is gonna fuck up everything. I'm gonna tell these people to stay while I solve this puzzle. Get your asses over here. Why are you guys standing over there? Get your dumbasses. Sure. They're just gonna stay over there? OMG.
Yes.
Nobody told you.
As you wish.
Sarah, you get down. Morgan's dumbass can get down. Nope, she is not gonna get down because I have no control over her. Okay, now she's behind me. Okay. Hold your position. Stay. Morgan, I do not want you with me. Alright, so we're back. Okay. Hold the lever.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
One more to go. I think this one's pretty easy. I think. Alright, let me go back to see how they ran through it. Okay. I believe I got it.
Everything is lit.
So can we go? Now?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened. is not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Venavis. You are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths alongside Elven. Or at least those having our features. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
So, you're elves from ancient times. Before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan.
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Vira Belasan must be preserved.
What is this Vira Belasan exactly?
It is a path. One walked only by those who toiled in Mithal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
We did not come here to fight you, nor to steal from your temple.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mithal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
So they can stab us in the back afterwards? Stuff that.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I refuse.
As you wish. Our duty is clear. The Vira Belasan shall not be usurped, even if I must destroy it. Masal Dinan.
No!
Morgan!
Aren't the only stubborn fools on this continent.
How old could they be if they died so stupid? Right?
Okay, how do we get out of here? Back the way we came.
something here. Better take a closer look. This place is like a maze.
Elfie elves didn't want normal people near their precious well.
Well of Sorrows.
Andraste, guide us.
That's... something.
So close. The well knows its vessel, and those who would despoil it. Stand aside, Inquisitor. The trials you set me, I have overcome. As a courtesy, leave now. Or not at all.
No, Calpurnia. We have things to discuss.
True. I did not think you so civilized. You serve your people. You have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge. Power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus.
If that's the case, why isn't Corypheus clawing at the well?
I will carry it like a jug brimming for his use. Can you not see? I knew you would take the well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom to try to defeat Corypheus. But you'd still be just a child, playing with a sword. Corypheus will wield it as a master.
Once you've drunk from the well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
Where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual. He tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
How could you know? These runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises and everyone alive. Then he this cavern vast. He was to give Tevinter a true leader. If Corypheus would misuse me, he'd misuse them too. I was blind.
Perhaps Tevinter does need a strong leader. Be that woman, while you still can.
You mock me, Inquisitor, as if you'd let me walk away.
The Inquisitor is showing you great mercy, Mage. Do not waste it.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen, if any power can challenge him, it lies in the well. Perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, humble him. Vitae Benefaria, Inquisitor. Do not follow us. I will give you some time. I go to confront my master. Then I will return to Tevinter. If there is anything left of me.
Evelyn!
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the Sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Calpurnia thought the well's knowledge was powerful. It could help stop Corypheus.
I care nothing for your petty conflicts, Shemlin.
You'll care when Corypheus arrives for the well.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on? You'd rather destroy it?
Our duty is all that remains. Those who drank from the Vira Balasan paid a great price, bound to the service of Mythal for eternity.
You claim Mythal was truly a god?
To you, it shall make no difference.
Of their kind, and this is what it comes to.
There must have been some other way.
Corypheus forced the elf's hand, and ours. Blame him, if you must. You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger for more. I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
I do not like this. She is far too eager.
I do not hide it. To restore lost knowledge, I would risk much.
And what would you do with it? You could be worse than Corypheus.
So, paralyze yourself for fear of what might be? I can give nothing but my word. Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
You alone? You're not the only mage here.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this, Morgan? We don't know what will happen.
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
Thoughts?
If it is truly between you and her, then let her take the risk. Make her help us all.
It's called the Well of Sorrows. Sorrows? No one should go in the Well of Sorrows.
Any chance this well could help us against Corypheus? I say you take it.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
If anyone is to use the well, it will be me.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste?
The Inquisition needs you. Corypheus still endangers us all.
I am forever balked by those who believe they know better than I. Drink if you will, for the sake of us all, but steel your will to do it.
It had a massive orgasm.
Why am I here? Corypheus, a magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him. If you can help me vanquish Corypheus, take whatever price you wish.
Is it over? Is she coming round? I knew this would happen.
Head full of damp whatever. How's that feel?
pissed off the main bad guy.
The Illuvian! Through the mirror!
Ooh, he is not happy.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not. He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
It's voices. Whispering from so far away I can barely hear them.
If only one who understood such voices had used the well's power instead.
Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Earlier you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon isn't an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed.
That's no simple task. Corypheus alone is powerful, but where there's dragon...
I need to summon Mythal.
Whatever Mythal was, goddess or myth?
There. An altar in the wilderness. That's where I need to go.
I see you are determined. So be it.
Are you certain of this?
We have no choice. If Corypheus comes here now...
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Ooh. Shit just got real. here. Set the secret hat brighter.
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
Now that sounds more dangerous than anything I've done so far.
And there is the wits that reassures us. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
I hope you're not going anywhere after I stop Corypheus.
Far from it. Oh, if you'll have me, there's so much more the Inquisition can do. Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. So we're really in the home stretch of this game.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. We went to an ancient rune where you consumed a pool of elfiness.
That elfiness,
through a mirror, and wound up back here. Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy? I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Carry on.
See what Solus has to say. Solus is not happy with me. I think he left. Yep, Solus. Nope, there he is. There's the bald guy.
How does it feel to have the power of an ancient elven goddess flowing through you? Is it everything you hoped?
Would you rather I give Morrigan that power? Does that sound like a good idea?
You see power as little more than a larger weapon. I look forward to seeing the price you pay. Until then, what will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
I'm not arrogant enough to think it's my decision alone. Whatever happens, we'll do it together.
You think to share your power, to avoid the temptation to misuse it. A noble sentiment, but ultimately a mistake.
Why?
Because while one selfless woman may walk away from the lure of power's corruption, no group has ever done so.
If other members of the Inquisition overstep their bounds, I'll be there to stop them.
Ah, then I misunderstood. You will be first among equals. Good.
Good?
I do not agree with everything you have done, Inquisitor. Your actions have been short-sighted. You have made mistakes. But they are your mistakes. You cannot correct them unless you claim them. Honor your mistakes. In the end, they may be all you have. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power, that at least we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
You planning to leave before we take down the bad guy?
No, but there may not be a later. It seemed wise to say my goodbyes now.
Oh, he's leaving.
What do you need?
We'll talk later.
Of course.
Yeah, I know his little secret.
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
How does this relate to the Elven Temple?
You encountered ancient elves. A piece of history. Something the Imperium didn't destroy. Maybe my people can atone for what we've done. There is something still left to restore. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds, so can I.
Someone with your impeccable taste could transform Tevinter.
I hope you're right. You usually are. It might surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me. You're shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Here is the request Harriet made. Are there any special instructions?
I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me. Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
If you were divine, what would you do?
Change things. Change everything. No more circles. The mages will be free. The Chantry will accept them as the Maker's children. In fact, it will accept everyone. Elves, dwarves, even Canary. Why exclude them? The Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
I think you would make a good divine.
I am glad to hear it. Your support may persuade the Grand Clerics to vote in my favor. Justinia wanted the Chantry to grow, but her reforms never took root. She was held back by tradition and was too gentle to force change. I won't make that mistake.
You can't force people to change their minds.
Then how will change ever come? People do not simply happen upon enlightenment. Most must be carried there. Justinia thought the circles needed to change. But why stop there? The Chantry alienated potential allies by brutalizing elves and belittling dwarves. If we could bring them into the fold, wouldn't we have peace? There are those who would cling to the old ways, of course. But they will see. I would make them see. But I've rambled on too long. I am not divine. Yet. So if we kill Corypheus, he has the power to move from one tainted creature into another? What we will learn next? That he can command the sun to rise, or the seas to burn?
Can we prepare for flaming seas? Maybe collect all the snow from the frostbacks, just in case.
I see what I can do. I have researchers scouring the Temple of Mythol as we speak. I hope that their search turns up something we can use. Ancient magic, perhaps. Something even Corypheus missed. Anything to give us an edge.
I'll leave you to your work.
Dead end. Dead end. Nothing up here. But a pretty view. At least I can go see Cullen.
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
Alrighty. Oh, yeah, I gotta go around.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
Yes. And I respect his decision.
As do I. Not that he's willing to listen. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a Seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Is there anything we can do to change his mind?
If anyone could, it's you. Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time. Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The Archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
We'll deal with whatever he throws at us.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. He is powerful, and you have yet to fight him one-on-one. But he will come. You will get your chance.
You don't seem concerned about that.
I'm terrified. Yet I have faith in you. Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, a valued friend, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
Oh, I have plans of my own.
As you should. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter. You have come far, my friend. It has been an honor.
I so love this game.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
Cullen, if you need to talk...
You don't have... I never meant for this to interfere.
I believe you.
But whatever good it does, promises me nothing if I cannot keep them. You asked what happened to Ferelden's Circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? Her fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall's Circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
You give enough, Cullen. I'm not asking you for more. The Inquisition can be your chance to start over. If you want it to be.
I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
All right. I need a moment. Could we speak another time?
Alright. Just say no to crack. Well, in his case, lyrium. Say no to that liquid blue stuff. Actually, I think I should check on what Cole is doing. Let's go talk to Cole, our resident spirit turned person. Oops, spoiler alert.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
So did I. Corypheus seems to break a lot of rules.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not, could I have saved the real Cole?
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
His hands were bruised from beating on the wall. It was dark, like the cabinet where he hid to escape his father. His belly hurt like knives, throat cracked dry. He was alone. I pushed through and held his hand. It was all I could do. He said, "Thank you." Thank you.
Wow, now I'm left here standing on this roof. See if we got anything left to say.
He meant to watch forever. He called himself Sorrow.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's go talk to Lady Sarah.
I'm running drills. They're drinking and paid better.
An insult.
We all will be with you.
I'll keep an eye out.
Very well, thank you.
Oh, hi, yeah? Listen, stand there. Right there. Now, about Mythal.
Sarah, I don't know what reaction you want, but can this be it so we can be done?
All right. So maybe it's still you. Someone needed to do something. I mean, you went wading into a well of sorrows. Who hears that and thinks, well, dunk a butt, let's have a go? Even mad old Abelard said elves destroyed themselves. The only believable bit in a sea of clear demon bait. It makes messing with their relics real stupid. So, test done, you're still you. We can leave these lies behind.
How is aiming an arrow at my face a test?
I heard once that if you're possessed, the demon will defend itself against attack. Sounds stupid to say it out loud. I don't know. I don't know demons. At least, if it's true, the arrow's right there. I'm sorry, yeah? Morrigan's probably got better ways, but who can trust her?
You seem pretty certain. You don't believe anything from Mythal?
Course not. What, I should believe all that stuff? Because elves? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods, and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
The evidence is hard to ignore. I believe it.
No, now you're stupid. You can't think that because it's stupid.
But everything we saw...
Why believe it? Because Abelard looked weird? If that's all it takes, Carifi's shitheel is full of lumpy truth. You're not even an elf. Why are you being so damned elfy? You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
Well, it works for you, so I'm in good company.
Words are dumb. Haven't had an argument yet I can't end with arrows. Let me know when you want me to discuss it with Carifi shit.
Yeah, Sarah's not fond of anything spiritual. She is probably...
Love seeing you, yeah?
She probably represents the most ignorant of atheists you'll ever meet in your life. If that's a way to put it, she comes off as the most ignorant of atheists.
That's why.
But that's her thing. She's afraid of it. You know, she doesn't want to believe, but she's been around it this whole time.
Did you hear the news?
She just wants the world to be normal, you know, to live her life. She doesn't want to deal with anything else, and especially anything dealing with spirituality, things she doesn't want to understand.
So to kill Corypheus, all we have to do is kill his dragon first? That's easy. We're good at killing shit.
Yes, we
Just
are.
one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
It's been an honor, Bull.
Oh, don't get like that. This isn't goodbye. We're kicking this guy's ass.
Yep, that we are, home. That we are, homie.
Most of the charges are still at the Temple of Mythar. I'm Mr. Crazy Fine.
We'll talk later.
Alright, who else? I guess we gotta talk to Blackwall. I've been avoiding that fool like the plague.
Will you be coming to the readings? After what happened, I just assumed.
After the destruction of a holy place.
No, the triumph of holy action. Isn't it grand?
No. No, it isn't.
Hey, there's one of those soldiers. I guess that dude we killed wasn't the last one of those ancient elves, because there's one right there. Oh, man, this game. I got a little bit of everybody in my home base. So let's go talk to Mr. Blackwall.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You couldn't have been the only one there. No one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Yeah, he is so moody.
Inquisitor?
What's the word out there?
The admirals of the Felicissima Armada are disappointed the Inquisition is primarily inland.
What's the current mood?
Thick with 3 of the 4 humors.
As you were.
Inquisitor?
Blackwall is such a sourpuss. He gets even worse when he's drunk. Who else have I spoke to yet? Need to go back to speak to Vivian.
worship.
Worship.
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you. You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine.
They want Liliana and Cassandra as candidates.
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence the Grand Clerics. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have grace, charm, and a will of solid steel. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
Liliana might be a better choice than Cassandra, don't you think?
Liliana is a well-meaning fool. She will do irreparable harm to countless people in the name of freedom. She proposes to abolish the circles with nothing but a solemn promise from mages not to murder children. When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, villages aren't destroyed. The circle protects us all. Mages will die and take ordinary men with them in a war that cannot be won. Consider carefully, Inquisitor. Everything we do is a sign from the Maker to those who seek one.
It's true.
It's been quite the momentous day, hasn't it, my dear? How do you feel? It's not every day one absorbs ancient elven magic.
Actually, between the voices and the binding oath to a possibly demonic power, I'm a bit concerned.
Wise of you, Inquisitor. We cannot guess at what the lasting effects of the well might be. The Circle had little information about elven magic to begin with. Perhaps I'll speak to Dorian. Rest assured, we will find a way to circumvent whatever bargain you've made. The pieces are nearly in place. We'll soon strike against Corypheus directly. You've done well. I will be proud to fight alongside you when the time comes. Inquisitor, what can I do for you, darling?
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Alright, so I guess we will definitely have to be picking Cassandra because Vivian makes good points. While Liliana has the best intentions, but she will probably try to force change, and we all know that change can't be forced. Change has to happen naturally. It must be accepted, you know, because if you try to force people to change, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight and bite and scream and try to rip your head off. Yeah, not good. I wonder what would happen if I go to my chambers. Sometimes you'll get like a random cutscene. Especially if you romance the character in your playthrough. Yep, have to do it up here in the boom boom room. I'm gonna go hit up a war table and probably call it tonight. Call it a night because I need to eat. I did everything I
We'll be
had to
spread
do.
thin until the rest of our forces return from the Arbor Wilds.
Of course.
For help on their terms. I'm going to end it here, people. For those that joined this little adventure, thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time.